Hello to everybody, our dear subscribers. FutureTrend channel is glad to welcome all of you, all of our supporters and subscribers. And today is 15th of July 2019. We are ready to present our daily analysis of how we trade major currencies in the world financial markets. As regarding today, first of all, we'd like to mention that economic calendar is rather empty, so the market is trying to concentrate around the last portion of economic data came from the United States, and you know that inflation numbers, both the consumer price index or producer price index from the United States, came in slightly above expectations. The core ones were better than expected. Anyway, this fact could not help the United States currency. As you know, Jerome Powell was really strongly sticked to his idea of lowering the benchmark interest rate in the United States, and that means that the United States dollar currently could do not so well as during previous trading months and weeks. As regarding technical point of view, let's see, first of all, let's start from the euro dollar, probably the most liquid currency pair. Here the situation is more or less the same. Now the pair is trading around 112.72. We could not say that here the situation dramatically changed to the better side of the single currency, but anyway, let's say basing on the 4-hour chart, we'd like to note that we are slightly above a moving average 200 daily line. The 1-hour chart is probably a little bit better than the 4-hour chart for the of course for the bulls in the euro currency. And you know our trading idea, primarily trading idea of this here, we suggest that sooner or later the euro dollar will be higher on the gradual basis. Of course, to do so, the pair first of all should once again close above its moving average 200 daily line. Today intersected around 113.22. More important line is the multi-year, let's say, more longer term downtrend line in the euro currency located at 114.85, 114.90, and for sure we should trade above that level. We should close on the daily basis above that level to really improve the technical perspective of the euro currency to trade higher from current levels. We'd like to mention today especially the commodity block of currencies, dear friends, because as you know, as you could see, dollar yen, sterling dollar, probably dollar Swiss is a little bit lower comparing to the end of previous trading week. But as regarding the commodity block of currencies, here it's really changes something for the better side, for the bullish side of the commodity block of currencies. Among them, all of them, Aussie, Kiwi, Loonie. Let's start our analysis of commodity block of currencies today from the Aussie dollar. First of all, this week there are plenty of economic data coming from Australia, and the first portion of it will come today in the form of RBA monetary policy meeting minutes. Of course, it should be interesting. Also, we know that more important report is New Zealand Consumer Price Index, which should come a little bit earlier than the RBA monetary policy report. Anyway, let's see the situation with the Aussie dollar. On the daily chart, we are on the way to retest the moving average 200 daily line. Another interesting moment is that we are trading above so-called downtrend line that were painted, that was drawn from the highs of January last year. So we could see that that's a kind of 2-year downtrend line. And now we try to break above of that level, probably closed above of that level. Anyway, we'd like to caution you against extremely over positioning now, because probably it's time to wait a little bit for them to see how the situation will really develop further in the Australian economy. As you know, this night Chinese data were quite impressive. Among them, industrial production and retail sales numbers, both of these two indicators, two economic barometers, came in above expectations. Gross domestic product came at expected level of plus 6.2%, and that's okay, because we should understand that Chinese economy now is under restrictions of the United States side in the form of higher import tariffs, and of course it should for sure it should influence the economic performance of China. Anyway, market is trying to ignore this bad information, and from that point of view, the Australian dollar, in case of closing above final closing, let's real closing on the daily basis above its moving average 200 daily line, you know that 3 times during let's say last half a year the pair tried to cross above that level, but never closed above moving average 200 daily line on the daily basis. Probably this time it could do that, and that for sure should improve the bullish perspective of the currency. That's why we still continue to suggest that it's time to buy the Aussie dollar on any kind of dips lower. The same applies, friends, the same applies for the New Zealand dollar. Here the situation even more interesting. As you could see on the daily chart, we are trying to close above moving average 200 daily line. That's for sure should improve the technical picture, bullish technical picture of the Kiwi dollar. Of course, we should take into consideration the New Zealand Consumer Price Index. Of course, it's a quite important barometer for the central banks in the developed market right now, and for sure for the Royal Bank of New Zealand as well. So pay attention to these numbers, because if they come in above expectations, you could tomorrow wake up and you will see the Kiwi dollar much higher from local levels. As regarding Canadian dollar, you know that Canadian economic numbers at the moment are encouraging the bears in the dollar Canada. Anyway, here also we are near the important level of multi-year uptrend line in the currency that came in 129.50. We should pay attention to this level, because the Luni can find an interim floor around that level, because that level is at the so-called 2017-2018 uptrend line. Anyway, in the shorter term period, any kind of move to 132.20, where is immediate kind of downtrend line, should be used as a selling opportunity, and we will do the same. We will sell the currency on a possible retest of this downtrend line. As regarding dollar ruble, let's see the situation with the dollar ruble. We're still trading above the lows of this year. There is an important kind of downtrend line, short-term downtrend line around 64.50. Any kind of rebound at this level we prefer to use as a selling opportunity. And finally, a few words about exotics. Here, as you could see, we still keep our long trade recommendation in the dollar Turkish lira. But anyway, we'd like to tell you, dear subscribers, dear friends, that at the moment the situation even here is not so well for the United States currency. First of all, for example, daily chart in the South African rand, we should see that we are broke below uptrend line of 2018 and 2019. We are finally closed below moving average 200 daily line, and that means that now the situation is let's say more welcome for a new short position in the currency. So use any kind of rebound in the dollar ZAR to sell the currency. Dollar Turkish lira probably the same, but here we're still above moving average 200 daily line and still above never closed below moving below so-called uptrend line of let's say July 2018 till now. Anyway, there is also immediate kind of downtrend line located at 580, so we will use any kind of opportunity of our long position in the currency. We will use any kind of opportunity of moving to that closer to this line of 580 to lock in profits. And finally, dollar SEK. Here the situation probably not so positive for the Swedish crown as regarding, for example, the South African rand or Turkish lira from technical perspective, because we should understand that krona is more familiar to the euro currency. And here the situation is to sell the currency to any kind of upticks to 9.50, where lies interesting kind of a downtrend line. But we should understand that from longer term perspectives, moving average 200 daily line located lower, and we should close below that level to improve the bearish perspectives of the dollar SEK. At the moment, that's all. We suggest that you are already full of interesting information of our channel. We'd like to wish you a prosperous starting of this trading week. Bye bye for now. It was your Future Trend channel.